When it rains, it pours, literally. That's just been what's been happening on our unhoused journey. So today I'll tell a little bit of the story. So on June 16th, we got a knock at 10 p.m. that, you know what, we got to get out of the room for non-payment. This is after they overcharged us the week before and said they overcharged us. And so this is after legal aid said, oh, because you guys been there for a period of time, they can't just kick you out. All of those things were false. We were kicked out, so we got our U-Haul truck that Friday. Yes, that Friday we got the U-Haul truck. I did an interview. We packed up the U-Haul. We were so late after getting everything packed up that we could not find a room anywhere. So we had to actually end up staying in the U-Haul that night. Now, we really had no choice but to leave this hotel anyways because we had an AC unit that kept flooding the room. We had a door that wouldn't open, so that meant somebody had to always be in the room, and I needed to get back to work. So it was just a lot of different factors that, that kind of pushed us out anyways, but this is not the way that we wanted to leave at all. And it was a very crazy experience. I wish we could have got 2 weeks. That way we could have got to payday and got into a more stable situation. This just really put us out into a very vulnerable position. Now, while we were packing, getting everything together, our hotel, of course, kept trying to take money out of our account. They were successful. They took $200 out, and they were unsuccessful in getting $100 out because there's no more money in that account. Of course, we can't get that money back. The next part of the story gets really crazy because this is when we dropped the U-Haul back off at the place because we could only rent it for one day. So we dropped it off in Clarkston. If you're in Georgia, you know the areas. So we dropped the U-Haul off in Clarkston, went back to Tucker. So boom, at this point we had $200 to our name. We're like, maybe we can get a hotel for a couple of days. Not thinking that this is a Saturday, this is a weekend, it's going to be a little bit more money. Went to the Extended Stay America that was in the area. They didn't have any more rooms. We went into the Hampton Inn. The person looked us up and down, saw us with all our bags, and said, absolutely not, we don't have any rooms. But mind you, before this, there's a lady that ran into us at the mall parking lot. She provided breakfast for us. She provided McDonald's breakfast for us. She called them. They had rooms available. But I could tell how the person at the front desk looked at us that they didn't want to give us a room anyway because I guess we looked really bad because we had all of these bags. We got the 2 kids. Maybe they just thought that we were going to be a certain type of way or anything like that. So they were denied. So we ended up sitting on the side of the curb because the kids were tired of walking around from hotel to hotel and kept being denied. So my mom was like, hey, I'm going to try the DoubleTree up the street. So she went up to the DoubleTree and I sat on the curb with the kids. They were laying on the bags and stuff like that. A person saw us there, gave us $60, which I'm very grateful for. This is how God works. I tell you, it's been amazing on this journey. And then another car pulled up. He was like, hey, what's going on? Tell me your story and things like that. And we was just telling him what happened to us. And this guy actually paid for us a room for the following day, for that Sunday. So we'll have a room that following night. And so it's just been amazing, the people that we've met along the way. From that moment, we got one at the DoubleTree, way more than we could afford. It was $200, so that was all the money that we had. It was $150 for the room, $50 for the deposit, so we did get the $50 back. But we had a safe place for the night and a good place for the kids to lay their head, which was needed. And so we had our next night as well because of the kind stranger that helped us out. So from this moment, we then had to go from Tucker to the Dunwoody area, which was a lot because this area was so far away from where we were originally, and it also wasn't on the bus line. We had to walk, and we got lost several times. This was us at the Goodwill trying to find a suitcase because we had so many bags. It was getting heavy, and we just wanted to find one suitcase to put everything in. We weren't successful this trip.
Last 10.
Let's see, we started on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so Monday, wow. Well, the first day was... This is our trek to Dunwoody to go to the next hotel. This is Extended Stay America. Great experience, just too far away from everything, so we only stayed there a night. We got lost several times trying to find this hotel, and on our way trying to find this hotel, we had to keep sitting with our bags and stuff, and we kept running into gracious strangers that kept giving us food, gave us money, and that was really helpful along the way. So I'm very appreciative of these kind strangers. Saw this on our way, decided to include it in the video. So keep moving on. Okay, so we left the extended stay in America, we went back to the Tucker area, and we made our way to Chamblee, and we went to the Quality Inn, which was great because it was inexpensive. It was a nice little area. It had a grocery store, food places, all of that. It was a great area. And then when we got there, we found out that they wouldn't have any rooms for the weekend because they had a wedding coming into town. So we stayed at the Quality Inn from Monday, and Tuesday we had to leave Wednesday. Wednesday we had to find a new hotel situation. This is all the bags we were carrying. We realized we had way too many bags, so we went to storage to put some things away because there was entirely too much going on. And on this same day, we found the suitcase, which helped a lot. Now, we started early in the morning trying to find housing this day, and it took us to nearly 7 o'clock to find a situation. So we ended up going to our organization for help to see if they could provide any resources for us. They had nothing for us. They had no funding, no nothing. So we're kind of on our own at this point. We were sitting outside on a bench, and this officer came up to us, asked what we were doing. Pretty much we had to leave, but he gave us $100 so we can get a room for the night. That's how we ended up at the Quality Inn. Northlake, also great. I'm loving the Quality Inn. This is the brand that really hasn't let us down at all during this journey. So very appreciative of the Quality Inn. And that's how we got housing from Wednesday to Saturday. So finding housing for Saturday was a struggle because we literally had no money at all. We have run out of money. We've run out of people to ask. So it was a very hard day. So I went over there to try to go donate donate plasma, I should say. I was the first. I wasted all that time, and I couldn't even donate plasma. But again, this is how God works, because we ended up just saying, okay, we're going to go to the mall. That'll be a way for us to charge our phone, get rested, go to the restroom, get something to drink, all of those types of things. And at this time, we ran into two people that gave us $80. Now, then we were able to ask someone, and then we tried to ask people for money and stuff like that. Of course, we didn't get anywhere with that. So we just decided to take our chances, get on the bus, and go where the cheap hotels are. So we first tried the Nights Inn. We were $6 short with the Nights Inn. And then we went to America's Best Value Inn. My son, Ray, likes to call it America's Best Nightmare because it really was. It was like the most shady hotel, but it was cheap, and it took all of the money that we made that day, which was $80 flat, no taxes, no nothing. So we stayed there. And we couldn't wait to leave in the morning, so we did. We took a trek to Racetrack. It was about a 4-block walk to Racetrack so they could get something to eat, refuel, get ready for the day, because we knew we were trying again, once to find housing once again. And so we took everything to storage. This happened to be near our storage, so we said, let's take stuff back, get clean clothes, get things that we might need, stuff like that. So that's what we did on this trip. And this day was just pretty much us just walking around. It was hot, and just trying to ask people for money, not out loud, like ask our family and friends, try to get money that way, trying to figure out if there's something that we can sell, what can we do. Mind you, we don't have a vehicle, so we have to do everything on foot. So we made this reservation for the Quality Inn that we stayed at before because now they had rooms available. So we made a reservation there. It was $103. I believe we had. So boom, we just decided after we were just hanging out in the area, going to the mall, making sure that we kept rested, getting drinks and all the other stuff. We said, okay, let's just go to where the hotel is, and we'll go to the Publix, go ahead and get food and stuff like that in case a money situation comes through, and we can go ahead and check in. We'll be near the area. So that's what we did. We hung out at the Publix because we had to use their Wi-Fi. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we haven't had a phone this entire time. We've just been relying on Wi-Fi. While in the Publix parking lot, people gave us food. Somebody else gave us like $8 or something like that. And we're just like, we've been in this parking lot for a long time. It's time to move on. So we just started walking towards the hotel. My brother's friend actually sent him money, so we were able to check into the room. And we made it to the Quality Inn, and that's hopefully where we can stay until payday, which is Thursday. And then we can go into our another extended stay hotel. It's going to be very expensive because we have to start over. We got to pay the taxes again. And so before this whole craziness, when we were paying the weekly rate, we was paying like $430. So now we're gonna have to pay $597. So it's gonna be a struggle for a little bit of time, but here's to more adventures.